Hello student, welcome to Genius Print. I am extremely sorry because I have not uploaded any video in this couple of days. So for that reason, because I was actually suffer from other problems, and for that reason it was not possible for me. So today I am going to start this different class video that I already commented for you. Okay, so today basically I will discuss class 6 science chapter 1, and by this way day by day I will try to continue all these chapters up to class 10 regarding science, math, etc. Okay, so if you do not subscribe our channels, please subscribe it and hit the bell icon so that you can get this entire notification from our channels. Okay, so let's start, and don't forget to share it also. Okay, so let's start. So our first chapter is food. Where does it come from? So as we know, it's our NCERT books, and chapters 1. So we have to cover these chapters chronologically, because according to NCERT chapters all these books are based. Okay, so food, where does it come from? So basically all of you know that all the substances from which we can get energy for maintaining our physical activity are called as food. Okay, so that we consume. So what is the source of it, we will discuss in these chapters. So without a question time, let's start. Now, what did you eat at home today? Find out what on your friends ate today. Now, did you eat the same kind of the tools food yesterday and today? I'm sure all of you will say that no, because we will change our menu daily, because same kind of food cannot give us the different taste. So we will change this. Now ask your there is a food variety for activity 1. So what are this food variety? See here. Ask your friends in these schools about the items they would be eating during this day. See if you can also get this information from friends staying in different states of India. Now list all these items in your notebooks as given in this table. So here they actually discuss to ask your friends of your school to make a menu where you will see that different friends will take different kind of fruits because of their different taste. So this is actually the table given to you. What do you eat today? Name of the student. Here you have to fill serial by your friend's name one by one, and what kind of food they basically like to eat, you have to write this here. So this is one kind of activity for all of you. Okay, so try to fill this table, and you can also include some more columns also, so that if you have more friends. Okay, so here these are not very important things, because this kind of questions will not basically ask. Here there are seems to be much variety of this food that we eat. What are these food items made of? Now think about this rice cooked at home. We take raw rice and boil it. Water, just two materials ingredients are needed. See, here's an important terms which is called ingredients. So what do you mean by ingredients? You can write a question from it also. What do you mean by ingredient, or what is ingredient? You can write here. Number 1 question, what is ingredient? Okay, what is ingredient? So you can write these questions, and answer is there. So see, an ingredient can be defined as the necessary things which are very important, that means which are necessary for cooking our food is called this ingredient. For example, suppose you are going to cook rice. Okay, if you are going to cook rice, then what are the things necessary for it? Water is necessary, and heat is not one kind of ingredient, but here only water is important things, and rice, that means patty, is necessary. Okay, so these are basically two ingredients of this rice. and if you want to cook different kind of the foods, then different items are necessary for them, and these items are called this what ingredient. Okay, so I hope you have understand it. Okay, so next things is, on the other hand, so some of the food items made with this many ingredient. To prepare the vegetable curry, we need different kinds of the vegetables, salt, spices, oil, and so on. Suppose you want to make one curry of vegetables, then what are the ingredients you necessary? Number one, vegetable is necessary, then salt, then spices, oil, and so on etc. things are necessary. Water is also necessary. So these things are very helpful to make your curry tasty. So these are the supplementary or ingredient things. Okay, here another activity is given to you, so you can go through this activity and make a list. That means what are the food item you basically consumes, and what are the ingredients necessary for it. You can write here. For example, here roti, what ingredient is necessary for making roti? Atta and water. For dal, making pulses, water, salt, oil, ghee or spices etc. things. Suppose if you want to make another curry, so you can write here another curry and write all the ingredients necessary for this, for like vegetables or salt, water, spices, oil etc. Okay, so you can increase this both the columns. You can increase both the columns like that, and you can insert some other uh, food item also. Okay, so I hope you have understand it. Okay, so let's continue for this next part. Here, what do you find? What do you find? Do you find some of this ingredient common for different food items? Discuss in class. So these do this ingredient come from? Where do this ingredient come from? Okay, so I hope you have understand. Suppose you have make a curry, then the necessary ingredient that we have already discussed, you have learned that from where it come from. Suppose oil, suppose one ingredient is necessary for you is oil. Okay, so oil, from where oil is come? Oil is come from the different mustard seed. Okay, mustard seed, or sometimes uh, sunflowers, one kind of palm etc. So from these things oil is comes. So here we will discuss different ingredient and these sources of this ingredient. Okay, so food materials and the sources we will discuss. It may be easy for us to guess the source of the sum of the ingredient. Okay, that we listed in this table 1.2. That means in table 1.2 we have shown that the different food items are there, and the sources of these food items we can easily guess. Okay, so fruits and vegetables, for instances, where do you come from? So where do they come from? What things? Food, that means fruits and vegetables etc. So plants, of course, है ना. Suppose you have taken uh, fruit, one kind of fruit ingredient. Okay, suppose juice. So if you want to make a juice, then fruit ingredients is necessary. And from where this food come from? Definitely it will come from the plant. Okay, it will come from what? Plant. So these things is okay. And another is that and then there are the food items of the like milk, ghee, meat, chicken, fish, prawn, beef, pork etc. Such are the another food ingredient. These also come from the different animal. So if I consider two kind of this food sources, then we will see some of these food items will come from the plant, some of these come from the plant like this different vegetables, different spices, and then different fruit etc. will come from the plant. But if I separate it from this animal part also, then we will see different also like here milk, egg etc. These things are come from this animal. Okay, so if I consider these two kind of this food sources, then plants and animals would be the best example for it. Okay, so let's continue. Here is another activity is given, so you have to go through this activity of your own, and if you faces any problems, then you can write in the comment. I will definitely try to discuss this activity also. Here see, a table is given there. Ingredient used to prepare for food items and their sources. Okay, so this is a complete table from where we can get different information like this: food items, ingredient, necessary, and sources of them. Okay, so number one is idli, because this kind of food is taken in maximum state, or for example these things. So here rice is given as a ingredient, and uralt dal is given, salt and water. Okay, so what are the sources of these things? Here is rice from the plants, and dal is also from the plant. You can write here plant. Salt is from where? Salt is from ocean. So another kind of things, and which is minerals, and water is from this nature, which is necessary. It is from our nature, and suppose you can say from this tube oil or okay. So these things I have discussed. So now next part is, here is chicken curry is also given there, chicken curry. So you can see that for making this chicken curry, chicken, spices, oil and water are necessary. And for this chickens, it is come from this animal, spices is come from the plants, and you can write oil is also come from the plants, and if you say ghee, it is come from this animals, and water is like that in the natures of the sources of this, you can say, and different like tube oils or some other things. Okay, so here is kheer is also there. You can write these sources of it, because teachers will ask questions from each and every point, so you should learn all these things. For making kheer, what ingredients are necessary? It's milk and rice and sugar, etc. So milk come from these animals, all of you know it. Rice come from the plants, and sugar is come from also from plant. So these things are important, you should keep in mind. Okay, so let's start for this next session. What do we conclude from this activity? 3. Now plants are the sources of the food ingredient like this grain, cereals, vegetables and fruits. So these are the important things you can write, because they may ask question from here also. Plant are the sources of what kind of ingredient? So you can write grains, cereals, vegetables and fruits. And milk, meat product, egg, etc. are the sources of the animal product. So animal provide these things. Now common animals which gives us milk and milk product like butter, cream, cheese and curd are used for all over the world. So these are common milk product. So questions can come, write some milk product. So you have to write what? Butter, cream, cheese and curd, etc. All these food items is come from the milk. Okay friends, so here plant parts and the animal product as food is given there. See, plant are one source of the food, our food. Which part of the plants are these? They can ask these questions also. Which part of a plant are these? That means which part of a plant we can consume. So you have to write the different part of the plant which we can take as food. Different plants provide different parts. Suppose if you consider carrot, then we can take this stem part or roots part. If you consider potato, then we can consider that means we can take this stem part. So different plants provide different part of it. Sometimes plants provide this all part we can consume. For example, suppose pumpkin plant, we can take pumpkin, which is fruits of it, as vegetables we can take. And sometimes this pumpkin tube like structure which is body part of it, we can also take it, and leaves of it also we can take it. So we can take this almost entire part of it. Okay, so different plants provide this different part, and some of the plants also provide the all part of their body to take, that means as their food product. Okay, so I have discussed these things here. Next is, you ever eaten this pumpkin flowers? See here, this example is given as I already discussed with you. Here, some plants have two or more edible or eatable part. Seeds, mustard plants gives us this oil, and leaves are used. Okay, so all if you see these things, seed mustard plants, because maximum student I am sure they have seen it. So this only seed part is eatable. See, another thing is that you have to learn these pictures also. Okay, this drawing very important, because questions can come from it. Basically teachers comes, that means asks a question that draw a plant to show all the eatable part of a plant. Then you have to write, sometimes flowers is also eatable, then bud, then stem, then leaves. Okay, so roots, etc. You have to write all these things here. So I hope you have understand what I have discussed today. Now the next sessions, that means I will take another session to finish these chapters, as it is a long chapters. So today up to these things I have discussed. So if you have understand, please continue with us and like and share this video with your friends, so that they can also get this opportunity, because I will completely teach you completely free. I will not take any money from it. So you have to write in the comment section that, sir, we would continue for this video, and I will try to take up to class 10 all this subject, and for 11 12 I will try to continue math, physics and chemistry and biology. So there will be different teacher for it, but I'm going to open these things. Okay, so please subscribe our channels and hit the bell icon to get these things. Okay, so today this video up to these things. Thank you for watching.